Welcome. Now we will go ahead and create our methods in the controller class. So, of course, the first method we would like to create is a method that will help us create a new item. So here I will say public and give a name of the method as, let's say for now we give return type as void, and we give the name of the method as add item. And inside this method we will be performing certain operations, but we this is just a normal method, Java class method, nothing special, but we want to access it via an API URL. To add that capability we need to make this as a get mapping based annotation, but actually we are going to add data here. It will be creating something. For that we have post mapping. So Spring Boot provides this annotation post mapping, and we should use this when we want to get something from the API endpoint and save it into our database. So I will give a URL to uniquely identify this. So I will say items. So now our URL to access this particular method will be slash API slash items. And in the request, we will get a JSON object, and that JSON object will come in the form of these fields because we decided to keep item DTO to work on the controller layer. So I'll say item DTO, item DTO. But somebody should convert the JSON request which will come over the network to the Java class corresponding mapping of the fields. And that conversion can happen automatically if we add this annotation called @request body. Now Spring will take care of converting the JSON item keys to corresponding Java class variables in this class and give us an object of it here. Now we need to basically save this in our database. And after saving it into the database, let's assume we saved it into the database. So I will just print something here, item created. And I want to return something to the user so that the user knows that some item got created. For that, what we will do is we will use something provided by the Spring Boot, and what we can do is we can directly use that. Maybe we can just return this item DTO type object here itself. Then of course we need to return from here, return, let's say item DTO. But then this only takes one type as a return type, item DTO. What if we want to also pass the status, let's say HTTP status of 201, because item is getting created. So for that, we have something from Spring Boot called response entity. We will wrap our responses with the response entity, and then we can easily send the status code and also the data that we want to send. So here what we will do is we will say response entity, and here we will say what type of data we would like to send in the response entity. In this case, let's say we are sending item DTO. We say response entity equal to, we can say response entity dot status, we can add the status as 201, and in the body we can just say dot body the item object, item DTO object, and now we can return the response entity from here. But then we need to also change the return type of it now, so it will be now response entity of DTO type. So in this way we are able to pass or return the data also. We can even decide to just return the ID of it or maybe just a string. So based on that we need to change the data type long or string. So this was it for this video. Thank you.